Hi, I'm Anna Maria de Freitas. I'm the owner of the Harrison House Suites, the Tucker House Inn, and Coho Restaurant in Friday Harbor, San Juan Island, Washington State. Today I'm going to show you how to make an encrusted French toast with cream cheese. So first of all, let's make the filling. So I have about 4 ounces of cream cheese, a little bit of maple syrup, a little orange zest, maybe a 1/4 teaspoon of orange zest, and then 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. It's easier if the cream cheese is at room temperature. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to stuff this French toast with some of this cream cheese mixture. And what I've done is I've cut the bread not all the way through so I can stuff it with the French toast. So I can stuff it with the cream cheese. Then you could just scale this recipe for how many that you're cooking for. Okay, so we'll just close this up and then we'll make our egg mixture. So I have 2 eggs. A little milk or cream, just a little splash. A little bit of cinnamon. And I'm going to add a little bit of vanilla. And I'm going to whisk. And again, this can be scaled depending on how many recipes you're making. This is going to be just for a portion for one. And a little tip about the bread. I let the bread stand overnight so it's pretty hard. I mean, it's still soft, but it's still dense. So it'll take to the egg mixture, and it also won't fall apart with the filling. I'm going to let this sit here for a little bit and soak in the egg mixture, and then we'll flip it. And I'll let this soak for a little bit. And the cream cheese will keep it nice and moist in the inside, and then the egg mixture will keep it nice and moist on the outside. So I have some ground pecans that I've toasted first, and then I ground after they were cooled. And I'm going to encrust this with the pecans. You can use walnuts, you can use any kind of nuts. Okay, so I'm going to put this in our pan, and then I'll walk over to the range and I'll show you how to finish this dish. Okay, so here we are by the range. I'm just going to make sure my pans are hot. Now, with this French toast, because it's encrusted with the nuts, it's a little bit of a balancing act between making your pans too hot and burning the nuts and not making them hot enough. So if you feel like it's not cooking properly on the stove, you can always finish it off in the oven. So make sure you're starting with an oven-safe pan. Regular French toast, you definitely want it to be a little bit hotter so you get a really nice caramelization. But with the nuts, you got to be a little careful. So we'll see how this goes. I have some bacon, crisped up, ready to go. And I have some apples that are caramelized, which I thought would be a nice garnish when we get back to plate this dish. This will probably definitely need some oven time just because of the thickness of the French toast. We want to make sure that cream cheese mixture gets really nice and soft, and we want to make sure that the nuts get golden brown but not too overcooked. So we'll let this go for a little bit, and I would definitely recommend peeking every few minutes just to make sure you're not overcooking those nuts. This reminds me of encrusting fish, macadamia encrusted halibut, where it's a little bit of a sensitive thing, but if you're on top of it, there should be no problem at all to do this at home. So So we'll take a quick peek here. And there, it's doing just fine, so I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to let it just sit and be patient. And I'm going to let you condense all this as this goes. Oh, there we go. It's a nice sear. Perfectly golden brown. I think the smoke is a lot from the residual nuts that are not as part of the French toast, so it's really a not to worry. There we go. And I'm going to do it, stand it up and do it on this side here. Okay, I think that's pretty much nicely done. So I'm going to go over to the plating station and we'll show you how to finish off this dish. Okay, so to plate this dish, it's pretty simple. Most of the hard work is already done, not that that was really hard work. So I have some bacon, and we'll set that on the plate first. Wipe up those little splats. And then we'll take the French toast, put it right on top here. And I'm using caramelized apples, but fresh berries, a berry sauce, anything of the season would be quite a nice complement to this dish. Actually, I'm going to finish it off with a little caramel sauce. If we're being decadent, I'm just going to go all the way here. And a little mint leaf for some color on the top. So there you go. I hope you enjoy your encrusted cream cheese French toast. Bon appetito.